I'm blind, and here are 5 things that I use or do every day to adapt to the world around me to stay more organized and keep up with the world. So the first thing that I do is using digital calendars. Now I know probably almost every one of you uses a digital calendar on your phone, on your computer, but I've been doing it long before smartphones were a thing. Because for me, print calendars, they don't do anything. So with a digital calendar, I can actually make it larger print for myself, or I can have a screen reader read it to me on the computer. But either way, it helps me to keep up with everybody. And I also get daily reminders that pop up as a voice command to tell me I have a meeting today. So that's the first one. The second one, I have task lists. So, for example, I often get made fun of for this. I actually have an Excel spreadsheet of all the cleaning things that I need to do in my home and the frequency that they need to be done. Now, I know that sounds a little redundant, but for example, I can't tell when the windows need to be cleaned or when the floor needs to be swept. So if I have a routine schedule as to how often that needs to be done for myself and for my cat, then I can stay more on top of what needs to be done, what has to be done, how often it has to be done, and I don't have to remember. I literally have the dates when they were last done in there, and they rotate based on most recent dates. So those are some weekly, some task lists that I use, and I've always been a list person. I thrive on lists, so thanks, Mom. The third one is meal planning. Now, I know a lot of people do that in the sighted world, but when you think about the difficulty that I have when it comes to grocery shopping, being able to plan ahead and make larger meals makes grocery shopping a lot more efficient, and meal prepping and portioning a lot more efficient and time saving as well. So I usually meal prep twice a week on Mondays and I guess Wednesdays now. Thursdays are my long day. So what I'll do is I will grocery shop on Saturday, order my stuff online, have it delivered so that on Sunday I have all my ingredients in front of me so that I can start the meal prepping, and it just saves me so much time and energy, and I'm not going, oh, it's Tuesday, I don't know what I'm doing for dinner, I have to run to the store, because that's just not in my reality. The fourth one is clothing organization. Now, the bane of my existence is folding laundry, so I'm not always the best at this organization tip, but a lot of times my clothes have different textures and colors. For example, this shirt has a lace part to the top, so when I'm picking it up, I know that if there's lace on the shoulders but not on the arms, I know exactly which shirt that I'm picking up, and I can organize that and coordinate outfits based on those kind of things. So when it comes to organizing my clothes, a lot of it is by feel, so that when I'm stumbling around first thing in the morning before coffee, I know that I'm grabbing the right shirt for the day. And yes, I have had some mishaps with that lack of organization, and it really ought to be a lesson for me, but it hasn't, so, you know. And the fifth one, much like number 2, is I actually keep a running to-do list so that I can prioritize tasks and keep track of things that I've done. So this includes remembering to pay my bills on time, talking about how much I've paid off on a certain amount of debt and when it was paid off, so that I know at a quick glance that that's where that is, that's where it's standing, and that's what I still need to work on. And so, like, when I'm working full time, going to university, running my own home by paying bills and making sure that I'm ordering the right things, staying on top of Luna's vet bills, all of that compiles up. So having that to-do list and knowing what I need to do each week helps me prioritize my time and keep myself on a regular routine, because let me tell you, 2 hours a day doing homework, like that's the minimum amount that I use. So I definitely need routine in my life right now. So that was 5 things I do to stay organized as somebody who is low vision. Sorry, I went off on some tangents. That's part of who I am. So if any of this was helpful, please leave a comment. And also, if you have any tips for staying organized, or if you do any of these, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. And as always, thanks for watching.